Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. We're going to be looking at love specifically from mid-September until mid-October. Now, if you're after a more general reading, I do monthly predictions on this channel for every sign. Yours is up currently for the month of September, and I recommend that you join the family and subscribe, especially if this resonates, so you can stay informed of future monthly predictions readings. Now, the way that this love predictions reading is going to work is we're going to get 3 oracle cards from this oracle deck, which will tell us the main 3 themes that your sign can expect to experience. I'll then be clarifying each theme with tarot, just to really get specific information about what you can expect when it comes to love in the month ahead. We're going to get advice. And then we're also going to have a look at how the person that you're dealing with will be feeling towards you, their energy towards you. We're going to have a look at someone who may already be established in your life, if that is what resonates with your situation, a current partner, for example, or someone who you may have an on and off connection with, but who is well established. And then we're also going to have a look at a new person or someone who isn't established yet in your life and how they're feeling towards you. So both may resonate if you're dealing with multiple people, or only one may resonate. We'll see. I'm just going to start adding that to the readings, as I think it will help clarify past and existing or future energies when it comes to people. Let's get those 3 cards to start your reading. What's going on for Scorpio in the month ahead, please, Spirit? What are their main themes in love? Interesting. We have Chiron coming out first. What are Scorpio's main... We also have the 4th house reversed. What are Scorpio's main themes in love for the month ahead? Okay, we're going to take this one. We have the moon coming out for you. It's interesting because I do think that you may have... It may feel like you're going through a lot, but I think that you may need to just kind of give yourself time to feel in the month ahead, because I'm not trying to invalidate the situation, but I think that retrospectively you've been through more before. It's just that you seem to be really putting a heavy emphasis on your current struggles and what you are experiencing currently. At the back of the deck is waxing gibbous reverse. So I do almost feel like your main theme in the month ahead is kind of progressing with something that has already started for you. Waxing gibbous is telling me that it's supposed to be kind of building, but for it to be reversed, it's like we're struggling to kind of build momentum in a situation, or we're struggling to progress the momentum in a situation. You may be even feeling stuck, and your feelings may be feeling stuck in a way. The past could be coming back to haunt you in a way, in the sense of the way that you are feeling about your present circumstances could be a reflection of an unresolved issue from your past, especially with Chiron here, which is really what I want to explore first. Chiron is like the wounded warrior asteroid, I guess, in astrology, and it's a strong feeling of needing to kind of address this shit, or it just comes back to haunt us. It is also a reflection of the fact that healing is non-linear, and these things, as much as we address them, we can't really get rid of them. It's just about learning to work with that pain and not letting that pain dictate our lives. So this could be an issue related to your childhood, or a relationship that was very impactful to you during a period in your life where you would consider yourself to be naive. But let's get tarot to clarify what's going on with Chiron for Scorpio, please, Spirit. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Clarify Chiron, please, Spirit. Clarify Chiron. Ay, Dios mío. We also have the Chariot. And I've got a strong... I'm showing like you trying to not let what happened before happen again. So you want to take advantage of a situation. You don't want to lose, but you may be unhealthily projecting, like forcing this to happen at the expense of your own feelings. So this is interesting. Some of y'all are dealing with someone who you feel like you need to hurry up and get better for them. You feel like you need to, like, you may be being really hard on yourself, Scorpio, because there is a strong feeling of pushing yourself to do something that you may need to be a little bit more gentler with. Like, I'm not saying you're not ready, but I just think you're being really hard on yourself over here. I see you really pushing yourself really hard. And it feels like you're doing this for someone else, because you want to be better for them, because you want to be stable or be more for them, especially if you have been struggling with your mood, or you have been struggling with your emotions and how much you've been giving. The back of the deck is the Magician. So I almost see you putting on a brave face and putting on a bit of a show. Like, the Magician is this very strong, I can do energy because I am powerful. But it's also this feeling of sometimes projecting a facade into that space rather than a genuine sense of self and character, faking it till you make it. So I almost wonder if this Chiron energy is just a caution of, like, you be very mindful of how much you're giving. You need to retain some of that for self. No. So I see with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles reversed, there is this feeling of you kind of extending yourself too far, and to the point where I wonder with the Seven of Pentacles if it's got a lot to do with instant gratification and expecting to have results soon rather than later. I feel like you're being pushed to do something that you're not entirely comfortable with here, and it does feel like somebody else is influencing this push, like either because it's peer pressure, you want to impress them, or it's because you're afraid of losing them, and that is worse than forcing yourself to go through this, or the pain of having to do this. It's very Scorpio, fierce Scorpio dedication, which makes me think that this is mostly going to apply to those who are in established connections, or those who have a fierce sense of loyalty to someone. Like, I see you trying to really bend yourself to fit into this image that they want from you. What is the advice here for Scorpio? It's interesting that the Chariot's there because there's so much masculine energy, and yet we have Chiron saying heal, 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 heal. But all this masculine energy is like, no, I have to do this and I got to do it now. I need to do it now. What is the advice for Scorpio here with Chiron? Your advice is the Mirror. So please take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Reflect and consider your actions and how they are impacting you deeply. This could even be subconscious. Maybe on a conscious level, you're okay. And then subconsciously, or in those quiet moments, the truth comes out. I just think that the Mirror is asking for you to really reflect and to consider how this is impacting you deeply, really taking a look at what is unfolding internally, because I see that in the heat of the moment, this could be very either exciting or distracting. And I just wonder if you pushed yourself too far here, and you just need to be kinder and softer and more aware of what this is taking from you and how much you're being asked to give in this situation. With those two pentacles reversed, you're overextending. Very much overextending. So let's have a look at this fourth house now. Fourth house reversed is interesting because it is also a feeling of being outside of a comfort zone. And sometimes this is like, it's giving me premature vibes. Because the fourth house can almost be considered a nest. And in this case, it's shown as like a fetus in a womb. It's a strong feeling of nesting and that security that home gives us, that comfort that a womb would give to an infant. So I almost feel with that card reversed, like there is a sense of being out of the womb or out of your nest, out of your depths, out of your comfort zone. And it does feel like this is impacting the way that we make decisions, because I see you being triggered and challenged and acting from a place of insecurity or acting from a place of fragility. I just think that this month should really be an easygoing month for you, in which you give yourself plenty of space to feel and plenty of space to process how you are feeling. What is going on with that fourth house energy for Scorpio? I'm hearing that they are disrupting my peace. So somebody, you may not realize how much they are doing this. You may need to kind of consider, like, actually, you know what? Every time that person calls, I get instantly anxious. Like, every time I have to get in my car and go to work, like, I instantly just feel anxious. There's something disrupting your peace here, and being more aware of how that energy is impacting your love life and how you see your partners as well. At the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands reversed. So this does feel like someone getting cold feet. This feels like you being a little bit outside Sossig. Excuse me. All right, so I pulled for you the Three of Swords reversed, the Page of Pentacles upright, and the Hanged Man reversed. So with this fourth house energy, I do think that a lot of this has to do with giving yourself space and time to process something that is happening to you. I see the Three of Swords reversed as a recurring thought or feeling that is no longer a present issue, but it is still as painful today as it was back then. And back then could be all the way back to your childhood for some of you with this fourth house energy, back to your parents, your relationship to your parents, your relationship to your siblings. Or it could be a recurring wound from childhood that has occurred recently, but it isn't an issue now. For some reason, that pain is impacting you in the present moment. And in the month ahead, you need to give yourself time to work through those thoughts and feelings so that you're not projecting that pain continuously into your present and into your future. I see a lot of this stemming from you being presented an opportunity to progress yourself forward. This Page of Pentacles is looking like a very strong potential situation, a situation in which things could develop very fruitfully for you in love. For some of you, this is looking like you sort of seeing how a situation with someone in your love life currently has the potential to go further, but you don't feel really confident in pursuing that because of this painful situation from your past. The Hanged Man is saying that you're stuck and you're not really able to get that clarity, that inner sense of knowing that you need in order to progress. But the truth with that Hanged Man is that despite feeling like this, you actually have all the information you need in order to move forward, but you're struggling to see that because your feelings are overwhelming you in this situation. So I just think that you're going to feel very overwhelmed in the month ahead, and I could see how certain things are triggering the potential that you have in your present moment. And this Page of Pentacles is talking about recognizing potential and also separating that potential from previous hurt, previous pain, so that we're not accidentally projecting and self-sabotaging something that could be really good for us. This Page of Pentacles also, Scorpio, is talking about having patience and having patient communication, because sometimes the pages are more messengers than representations of real people. It could be reference to you needing to have slow, steady, grounded communication about your feelings, about your deep feelings and your fears and thoughts, or your painful thoughts. So let's get more advice about this fourth house, please. What other advice do you have for Scorpio when it comes to this fourth house energy? Okay, we'll take the top card. We have the Lover. Yeah, that's the main reason we do all of this, is so that we can bring healthy, loving relationships into our life, and so that we can honor the healthy, loving relationships that we may already have. Your advice is that basically hurt people hurt people. You should not feel guilty. You should not feel really hard on yourself, but you should be aware of how some of these fears, thoughts, and feelings may be impacting things and people that aren't connected to that pain. I think that the Lover is more inspiration, reminding you that that's why we do this. We heal so that we can have the best, so that we don't project, and so that we don't accidentally repeat patterns of painful pain and trauma to the point where it becomes intergenerational. It's very important that you focus on bringing love into the situation, but to get to that point, there is this feeling of just needing to work through feelings and giving yourself space to feel. The Lover card is talking about compassion, kindness, and just bringing love into the situation as well. So let's have a look at your last card, this Moon card theme. This is heavy stuff, Scorpio. This Moon card is very subconscious, deep, deep feelings. So I think that a heavy theme for you in the month ahead, or let's not say heavy because it's already heavy, a strong theme for you in the month ahead has to do with deep subconscious feelings and you internalizing a lot. I see you keeping a lot to yourself. And listen, Scorpios are notorious of doing that anyway, but the moon just really adds that thick layer of mystery to your reading. There is a strong feeling of you keeping your cards close to your chest and you being a bit hesitant and afraid of opening up to those around you about how you're feeling. So what is going on with this Moon card for Scorpio, please, Spirit? We have the Five of Cups. What else is going on with this Moon card for Scorpio? Let's take that first one. We have the Queen of Cups. What's going on with that Moon card for Scorpio in the month ahead? We also have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's the irony of all of this. The back of the deck is the Queen of Wands reversed. The thing is, I feel like even though you may not feel 100% stable or emotionally stable, I think that you are attracting a lot of good fortune when it comes to love, a lot of opportunity, let's say that. Maybe it's not entirely good fortune, maybe some of you aren't exactly feeling fortunate, but I still see you attracting opportunity. And I think that this is coming from that transformative sort of ever-changing energy that Scorpio can have. I think that without asking for it, you've attracted a lot of potential good fortune in love, and it may be coming at a bittersweet time with the Five of Cups, in which you may need to swallow some hard feelings or some hard fears in order to accommodate for some positive feelings and some positive growth in love. I think that this moon energy is talking about an emotional transition, an emotional change with the Five of Cups. You may need to go through disappointment first, or you may need to process past disappointment and a feeling of loss in order to embrace this new opportunity that the Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, is giving. This moon is talking about an internal process of emotional change, and it has a lot to do with freeing yourself up for love that is unfolding in front of you in the month ahead. I think that some of you are developing strong feelings for someone, while also trying to heal something quite painful. It could even be a loss of a loved one or somebody that you know. But the Wheel of Fortune is encouraging you to see this as a positive shift. However difficult it is, or at times painful it may be, even confusing. I can understand how this is confusing. Why does something good happen at the same time as something bad? How are you supposed to feel? It's still happening in an overall positive way. Things are moving in a positive direction for you, and you're being encouraged to see this change, however bittersweet, as a positive change. So what is the closing advice for Scorpio with this moon card, please, Spirit? Dang. We have the Vessel reversed. So I see the Vessel reversed as you needing to, well, I don't like to say needing, because you don't need that kind of language, to be honest with you. You may need to just be aware of how, well, it's interesting that this is the advice actually, of how you're treating yourself. And this is in more of a physical way. So even though we're looking at the moon as an internal shift and your emotional being, the Vessel is talking about your physical being. How are your emotions impacting your physical vessel? This is actually your advice, is to take care of yourself, is to look at, are you getting enough water? Are you fueling your body with the right foods, with the right amount of food for some of you? Are you making sure that you're getting enough sleep? Are you, looking after your well-being? Are you taking pride in your appearance? Little things like that. There's a strong feeling of just trying to kind of align the physical changes with the internal changes. And maybe you're like me, like if I'm feeling down or really in a funk and I'm having like a depressive episode, I use my physical environment to help switch my mentality. And, you know, that I try to clean my room. I try to take more pride in my appearance to almost trick my brain into being happier. And that's what it kind of feels like the advice is here. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not a therapist. I strongly recommend that if you are dealing with heavy feelings like that, you do seek professional support. But it does feel like that's what Spirit is saying, is like, treat yourself physically how you deserve to feel emotionally. That's what it feels like. Align your reality with your internal, because there are some positive shifts happening internally. So let it be seen externally as well. Let's have a look now at how your people are feeling about you. Looking at the established person first, for those who are already dealing with someone. Let's have a look at how they are feeling about you, the established person. How is the old person feeling about Scorpio in the month ahead? How is the established person feeling about Scorpio? We have Quits. Oh no, is it? Yeah, by Flume featuring Rio Cragen. Anger. Interesting. How is the established person feeling about Scorpio? We also have the Shadow. Okay. So the established person, or the person for those who are already dealing with someone, they're feeling very frustrated by the fact that you're being so secretive and mysterious and you're keeping things from them. They are feeling like things are coming to a head in a negative way. They feel like everything was just kind of like, they're having a hard time reconciling their energy with the information. They feel like it's not adding up. The main line I'm seeing is, whole damn time we was loving undercover, yeah. Don't you know that kills me inside? She always gets the best of me. I lose my mind. I hate starting fights, but I'm about to blow. So this person just feels like things are coming to a head. They feel frustrated. I wouldn't say angry for all of you, but this is a bubbling and boiling of frustration. And the Shadow is saying that they feel like there's a lot of emotional distance between you. This person is also feeling like you're purposefully keeping things from them. They can tell that there's a lot going on with you. Most people who are in relationships with Scorpios get frustrated by that air of mystery. It's really about having a partner that can, I mean, I don't see it as a bad thing. I love my Scorpios, but I feel like the established person in your life is just having a hard time feeling almost like you're keeping them at arm's length. And their main energy towards you is frustration, definitely. So what is the advice for Scorpio when dealing with the established person? We have Leo. So Leo is saying, listen, the truth is, I'm hearing you reap what you sow, but Leo is more about self and romance and play and at times drama, but the goal of that theatrics is to incite more play. So I kind of feel like in a positive energy, when dealing with this established person, who could even be an ex for some of you, especially with the Three of Swords reversed and the Five of Cups, this is someone who maybe you have a lot of history with, but you're not really wanting a future with them. Regardless of whether they're an ex or they're someone who you want to work through on things with, there is a strong feeling of clarity and shining brightly. So I do think that this is also a reflection of honesty, but I also think that there needs to be more playfulness and more positive focus on self. I think that some of you need more boundaries around like, well, actually, I need this for me right now. But if this is a relationship that you want to work on, you're being called to bring love and romance and play back into the connection. If this is a relationship that you don't want to work on, you need to make it very clear that this is you time with Leo. This is time for you to focus on yourself, and that you need healthy boundaries in order to focus on yourself right now. It doesn't have anything to do with them. You just need to focus on you because you're going through a lot, Scorpio. Let's have a look at the new person, or the person who isn't very established in your life yet. How is that person feeling about Scorpio in the month ahead? How is the new person feeling about Scorpio? Okay, we're going to take it. We have Muladhara, root chakra. Interesting. How is the new person feeling about Scorpio in the month ahead? Yeah, that established person is just so frustrated, but they're making it all about them. And I don't think it is all about them. We also have the vow. So the new person is actually giving you more love. The new person is like, you know what? I just want something stable with you. I just want to work through the darkness with you. I just want to give you what you need. I also see this new person just really wanting to kind of deepen whatever is transpiring between you. It's the classic case of distance makes the heart grow fonder with the new person. They're finding your kind of distance to be a case of them missing you more. And I see with the vow that there is this desire for something commitment, like some form of commitment between the two of you, taking things to a deeper level. I see that this person is feeling like they need to be more stable for you. So this person is treating you like they're the rock. And look at the difference. We both have red, but on one hand we have anger. On the other hand, we have stability. That strong sense of root chakra grounding stability versus this is frustrating. Why aren't you here for me? I don't know what's going on in your mind. So what is the advice for Scorpio when dealing with the new person? And that's the thing, like that established person felt more like an ex because of the way that you're reacting. Like your advice is to focus on yourself instead of like deal with their anger issues or their frustration because they're not a child. What is the advice for Scorpio when it comes to dealing with a new person? We have new moon, embrace a new beginning, set your intentions and align your actions with your intentions. See the change that you're going through in the month ahead as an opportunity to start something new. I am seeing a new beginning for you. I'm seeing a fortunate change of events, but it seems to come from a change in emotions that isn't quite savory, that looks like a loss, that looks like a disappointment, that could even have to do with previous heartbreak. But your advice when dealing with a new person in love, Scorpio, is to embrace a new beginning and to let these changes lead you into a new beginning, a new form of commitment and connection. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio, when it comes to love in the month ahead. I hope that was helpful. If it didn't resonate 100%, you may have messages in your moon or Venus signs, especially because we're looking at love. Otherwise, I highly recommend that you check out your monthly predictions reading. There could be correlating messages there for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your time, your energy, support. Have a prosperous, abundant month ahead, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.